I'm Morgan from Packhacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the ALPAKA Elements Tote, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. So, taking a look at the outside of this tote, it is made from a very rugged 200D ripstop nylon. So you can see it's got like the square pattern. It feels somewhat nice to the touch. It's like a little canvasy, and it definitely feels like very rugged, very protective. And the material itself is supposed to be like weatherproof, but the bag itself is not necessarily weatherproof just because the opening still opens like a traditional tote, so it's still got like gaps in there. So I definitely would be cautious if you get caught out in the rain with this. But if you like set this down at the beach or like in a puddle for whatever reason, it will definitely keep all of the gear protected and dry. And I found that it's really easy if it gets dirty just to like either wipe it off or get some water and like run it and like rinse it off. Like this material is very strong and sturdy, I believe. Then the opening has like magnets here at each handle, and they just kind of help secure things so that nothing like falls out accidentally. And they're very easy to close and open, which I definitely appreciated. And then aside from that, there are just like 2 attachment points on both sides, right underneath the strap. Go like right here, and then 2 on the back side basically. And then like you need like a fairly bigger carabiner clip just because of how wide the strap is, but should be no issues. I've hooked AirPods and like keys sometimes to this specific attachment point just so that I can like always keep them like easily accessible. As for the carrying methods, it is a tote bag, so you can carry it tote style by the handles, or you can put this like over your shoulder. The length is a good amount, like it's a decent size, I'd say. I'm not the biggest on tote bags, but I never had any issues, and it was never like uncomfortable wearing it like a shoulder, but that's just like not my preferred method. I just prefer to carry it like by the handles. And then as you can see, these handles have like a very nice, vibrant orange interior, and that is not only aesthetically pleasing, but also provides like visibility and contrast. And that's also inside the bag as well, but we'll get into that in a second. The tote straps are made from like a very smooth and soft nylon, but there is no padding. This is just like the material folded in on itself. I never had any issues with it being like uncomfortable to hold, but I can imagine if you are carrying this for like a long period of time and it's pretty heavy, it might start to get a little uncomfortable. Just something to keep in mind. So this is what it looks like in like the shoulder carry mode. As you can see, it's like a fairly nice sized tote. Still able to like get in and out even with it on. This is just not my preferred method of carry because it sits so high up on my shoulder, but it's still like fairly comfortable. And for the aesthetic, I really like this like muted gray. It looks nice. It also comes in a green, a blue, and a black, and all of which have like the same orange interior, which is like a really nice accent. And then just kind of carrying it by the side is typically how I would do it. This, like I said, is fairly comfortable, but that's because it's like not super heavy. So as for the secondary compartments, this is a standard tote, but one of the things that I really like about this tote is it has like this somewhat hidden pocket that kind of blends in. You don't know it's there unless you like look for it. It is like right here, and it basically sits in between these 2 handle straps, and it's surprisingly deep. Like you can go all the way down, almost to like the bottom, like right here basically. So it fits like a decent amount of stuff. Inside of here, I just have some keys and a pair of AirPods. I found that keeping like smaller items that I would need regularly, like my keys, AirPod, phone, wallet, stuff like that in here, worked really, really nicely. And it was like super easy to like get in, get out. I think because I have like bigger hands, trying to get in and out of this was like a little bit of a struggle, but it just took a little bit of getting used to. The pocket itself is not stretchy or anything like that, so it's like, it is what it is with the size. And then that is on this side, and then there's also another one, very similar style on this side as well. That's the same length, and inside I just have my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and as you can see, it goes in and it's kind of like blends in. You don't even know that it's there. I used to use this for like putting in my wallet as well, but my wallet is a little bit thicker, and so I found trying to get it out, it would like get caught on the side sometimes, which could be like very minor annoyance, not anything like too substantial in my opinion, but that's just something to keep in mind. So moving on to the main event, the main compartment here, it is a pretty good size. As you can see, it also has like the same orange accent. It's super bright, and it's got like this honeycomb pattern, which is really cool. Inside of here, I just have a tech pouch and a jacket. I found that bulkier items like a jacket, pouches, stuff like that fit really well inside. And this still has like a lot of organization, which I really like. And it's not just like a regular like dump site like most totes are. It has 2 circular pockets with these black accents on both sides, which I found worked perfectly for like a water bottle. So I have standard water bottle, and this was a 32 ounce. So I can fit like a decent, like a good amount, like a bigger bottle basically. And then on the other side, because sometimes I like to have like hot tea or coffee, I have like a little tiny thermos, and they sit really nicely inside of the bag. And then when not in use, they can like be pushed out of the way so that it doesn't take up any extra space. And then on both sides, there are 2 slip pockets as well. So you can put in different items, and I have like a little battery bank and a field notes book. They're lifted, so as you can see, they don't go all the way down, but they keep things basically like secured and out of the way so that you can still get into the main compartment, even if you have like more items stowed away in here. Let's see, and then inside I have like another tech pouch. It has like wires and cables and all that stuff in it. And then I have hand sanitizer and gum. And then the rest, just like I mentioned before, is just like standard pouch or dump site for like anything. I went grocery shopping with this a few times and found that it was really good for like keeping things neatly organized, and so that they're not just like stacked up on top of each other, especially with these pockets over here with the smaller stuff. So I definitely liked and appreciated the smart organization in here. But then if you don't even want to use that, they sit nicely up against the side so that you can't just use this as like a standard dump site or like a traditional tote. So there you have it, the ALPAKA Elements Tote. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.